Hey everyone, this is your Minion of the East, and welcome to another Death Battle reaction. Lucario versus Renamon. Our second Digimon vs. Pokemon Death Battle ever since Charizard versus Greymon. And considering that I see the time length and not including the ads, that's about 13 minutes. That's a pretty short episode, so I don't know what to make of this episode since it's not going to be with the tamers or trainers for these Pokemon. These creatures is going to be just them all by themselves, and that's a big difference when it just comes to base power and no power-ups, so no Mega Evolutions and no Digivolutions, at least as far as I know. Because of that, and since I'm a big fan of both franchises that are near and dear to me, and the length of this episode, I'm going to make an exception. Other than like very special episodes to me, or like season finales, I'll do a full reaction to the full episode. But I still highly encourage you guys to watch the full episode on Screw Attack's website first, or on their YouTube channel in the description box down below. And watch the full video first there on their site. They deserve all the views. They deserve all the praise and the dedication and time to entertain all their fans. And me including. So go there, watch the video, then come back to watch the reaction. I mean, that's what I do sometimes. Okay, not sometimes. All the time. Other than my reaction videos. Because I even watch some of these battles multiple times. I like them so much. But other than that, let's get... I don't think the last time I did a full analysis video was... I think the last Digimon vs. Pokemon Death Battle. So, let's go.
Monsters come in many shapes and sizes, but the best ones know Kung Fu!
Lucario, the steely canine from the world of Pokemon.
And Renamon, the razor-sharp and literally foxy Digimon.
For this match, we'll be analyzing the species as they are.
Yep.
Therefore, no trainers or tamers will be permitted.
Yep.
Nor any moves or forms achieved unnaturally.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to
Just like
analyze
the
their weapons, armor,
Pokemon
and
Battle
skills
Royale.
to
It's
find
the
out who would
own
win
natural
a
moves
death
and no
battle.
modifications.
Pokemon are known for showing off crazy skills in battle, but not many can match the martial arts prowess of a Lucario.
The Lucario is a fighting and steel-type Pokemon well known for its fondness of combat. Standing at an average height of 3 feet and 11 inches, Lucario are usually
And
found
Lucario's my
training high
favorite
atop
Pokemon
mountains,
of them all.
honing their fighting skills on a daily basis. Compared to other Pokemon, Lucario are very well-rounded offensive fighters, with high attack, great speed, and moderate defensive stats.
Even though they tend to keep away from people, Lucario are actually extremely loyal to close friends and family. Some are so devoted to trainers, they even figured out how to talk with their minds.
Why did you abandon the queen?
Telepathy.
Wait, wouldn't it have to be a psychic type to do that?
No, it just has to star in its own movie.
I think it's because of his connection to the aura.
See a
They
movie
can
starring
talk.
one of these guys. Lucario is awesome looking, especially those big spikes there. Perfect for a killer backhand.
Yeah, if it was a
I
backhand, that'd be
suppose
nice.
that may improve a Metal Claw attack, one of the many techniques in Lucario's intimidating arsenal.
My favorite is Bone Rush. It doesn't just
I wonder if
sound
they're taking
cool,
the...
it's when Lucario
Yeah, I think
literally
this is the
creates
Sun and Moon
bone-shaped
moveset.
laser weapons out of thin air and then beats people down with them.
Impressive, yes, though the wild Lucario's most powerful physical move is close combat, a full-out offensive blitz at the expense of defense.
And Lucario can use Dragon Pulse, aka it can shoot a giant energy beam from its mouth. It's like he's throwing up lasers.
While Lucario does have a variety of more useful moves, such as Heal Pulse, Swords Dance, and Extreme Speed, all of which many other Pokemon have as well. However, Lucario does possess a unique trait, the ability to sense and manipulate Aura. Aura is a spiritual energy described as the essence of every living thing. A Lucario can harness its own aura to create brand new attacks.
Like Aura Sphere, a projectile so powerful it can destroy stone bridges.
But Aura has many other uses. By sensing the aura of those nearby, Lucario can predict incoming attacks, find hidden people or even examine environments in a literal out-of-body experience.
I guess it's sort of like Ki from Dragon Ball. Actually, this karate dog is really starting to remind me of someone.
Lucario's power is something to behold. A single aura sphere can even overcome attacks from legendary Pokemon.
Yeah.
Physically, Lucario's strong enough to mangle the steel claws of a crane with a single smack.
Yep.
Talk about metal. Even more, it can move in short bursts of speed so fast it disappears.
Or at least
I should note
Lucario
the
destroyed his own
fastest speed a
Pokeball.
human eye can perceive is approximately 9,000 miles per hour.
And to top it off, Lucario can take a bunch of really bad blows back to back and still stand up. It can survive falling dozens of feet or explosions powerful enough to obliterate whole rooftops. Hey, that's how I remodel too.
A typical Lucario can even survive some brutal beatings from Fire-type Pokemon like Blaziken and Magmar. This is impressive for two reasons. One, Magmar's body temperature measures a ridiculous 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Jesus, it's like Smokey the Bear's worst nightmare. All this guy needs to do is touch a tree and that whole forest is gone. But not Lucario, no sir. Its fur isn't even singed.
Made even more impressive by my second reason. Lucario is weak to Fire-type Pokemon.
Of course,
Well,
part
Lucario's
steel
also
type.
weak to fighting types, and it is a fighting type, so does that mean it hurts
And he's
itself?
weak to psychic
In
types.
a way, but nothing like that. Lucario aren't endurance fighters, and yet often employ hyper-aggressive techniques, so they frequently overtax themselves in combat and even become confused when tracking too many auras.
This Pokemon rarely backs down from a good fight, even when up against overwhelming odds. But that's what makes this Kung Fu puppy so friggin' badass.
With an imposing arsenal and the fighting spirit to match, the Lucario are certainly frightening warriors.
Why'd you do that?
You snuck up behind me. That is always a mistake.
Plus, he's voiced by Sean Schemmel. That's always a plus. There we go.
On
Digimon.
the other side of reality, an alternate universe exists. A digital world full of wonders and monsters. And of the Digimon which inhabit that world, few are as respected as the mighty Renamon.
Renamon are rookie Digimon, which basically means they're like digi-teenagers. So that
Kind of makes sense.
explains
They
why
are
they're always so
in Japan.
moody.
They're called the
Compared
child
to other rookie
type.
level Digimon, Renamon possesses exceptional speed and attack stats at the expense of fairly low defense. Renamon's appearance resembles that of a Japanese yokai called the Kitsune, a fox spirit. These spirits are often described as being very mischievous, which is ironic given that the typical Renamon is very stoic and earnest.
Plus, some of them really don't care for humanity, and just think of them as a tool for their own evolution.
Digivolution.
Whatever. Still, Renamon are super smart and always keep their cool. In fact, it may be too cool. I don't like the look in its eyes, Wiz. It's like it thinks it's better than me.
It is better than you, Boomstick. Not only is Renamon rational and composed, it always showcases exceptional prowess in battle, mainly relying on hand-to-hand combat.
More like paw-to-paw combat. Aha!
Boo.
It's got a wicked roundhouse kick among several other dangerous martial arts skills. It can use its amazing speed to surprise attack its enemies with its swift strike. Then there's the super chop, which is an even swifter swift strike.
There's also Rapid Kick and Spin Kick. Digimon may be effective fighters, but their attack names could sure use a little work.
Oh, don't worry, we're getting to the good ones. Renamon can enhance its attacks with an internal energy that makes ghost fire!
This is likely Renamon embracing its yokai inspiration, as it's similar to the folklore of a magical light emitted by kitsune tails which lead wanderers astray.
Okay, but this one is used to destroy people. When a Renamon comes at you with a burning foot, it's using Power Paw, its strongest physical move. Some Renamon can even create ghost clones of themselves for additional strikes.
But Renamon isn't just kicks and punches. Its signature attack is called Diamond Storm, which summons a furious gust of wind and a terrifying amount of razor-sharp...
Diamonds?
No, leaves.
Uh-huh.
The one time they try a creative name and it totally doesn't make any sense. Who comes up with this shit?
English
It would
dub.
certainly make more sense to use diamonds, the hardest naturally occurring substance in the world.
Wiz, why would you just throw away diamonds? If I were Renamon, I'd just scoop those puppies up and sell them to make bank. Do you know how many
It makes
Bigfoot
sense for the
traps I
leaves
could buy with that kind of
because
money? I would definitely have caught that guy
Well,
by now.
being a fox
But don't
spirit of the
underestimate
forest.
Renamon's Diamond Storm. It can shatter a wall of ice created by a champion-level Digimon, which is a higher, stronger rank than Renamon. The wall here appears to be about 8 inches thick. Assuming this ice is comparable to blue ice, the strongest, most compact form ice can naturally take, this could support approximately 6,000 pounds per square inch before cracking.
So,
But this is all
Diamond
also
Storm
going
is
on
basically
Rika's
hundreds of tiny
Renamon.
little leaves hitting you like a truck
And
with
she
a
kept
bunch
getting
of razor
stronger,
blades stuck
too.
to its front.
Pretty much.
I just found my next truck upgrade.
Moving on, some Renamon are also fast enough to effortlessly fool the human eye, consistently reaching speeds over 9,000 miles per hour.
Pretty damn fast for a fox. The Renamon who partnered with Tamer Rika does this all the time. Ninja vanishing into thin air
Can
is
make good
like
bread.
her preferred method of getting around.
Not only that, but a Renamon is just as capable of taking big hits without concern. That includes surviving a strike from Harpymon's Windseeker, a powerful blade of air which can easily cut through concrete.
But Renamon does have its weaknesses. While it can hit hard and likes wearing opponents out, it doesn't really have any good tricks to help with defense.
A sort of glass cannon fighting style, if you will, which seems to work well enough.
Oh yeah, this is still one of the deadliest rookie-level Mons out there. All in all, Renamon is one stone-cold fox.
I don't think that means what you think it means.
Oh come on, like anyone's gonna sexualize a Digimon.
I knew it.
I must rely on the power within me. I am alone in this world.
It's what I thought it would be, of course. Knowing people's obsession with Renamon and how much they like to sexualize her, yeah, she's the most sexualized Digimon in terms of like fan art all over the place. Oh my god. Whew. But yeah, okay. Whew, this is gonna be a tough one to choose.
Rely on the power within me. I am alone in this world.
Alright. Again, this is a tough one to decide. Given their natural abilities, yet... So, yeah, Renamon's only most powerful move is Diamond Storm, which also increases her attack, but Lucario has a power-up punch that can also power up his attacks. With every strike he does. And while Renamon does have a fire attack, from their analysis they said he can withstand an attack from a Magmar, and he has a heal pulse which can heal. I can't remember if that was correct for that move. Either way, he does have... Lucario can get stronger, but he gets weaker if he was to use a close combat ability. Plus, his Aura Sphere never misses. Again, this is hard to determine without the use of tamers and trainers. Otherwise, this would just be a repeat of the Digimon vs. Pokemon death battle. This would be just on themselves, all alone. And while most of this information is like from past other incarnations, like of Lucario and Renamon, mostly Rika's Renamon. This is tough to say. I have to give it to Lucario just by a slight edge, and I'm more biased to Lucario than I am to Renamon. That is just me, but we'll see where this battle goes.
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, all this talk of animals has made me want to eat some.
Get the meals that sound stick.
Parmesan potato.
3 meals free with free. That's Blue Apron.
There we go. Okay, here we go. 1 minute melee did a nice battle with them. I wonder how Death Battle's going to do this. And it's in the ruins.
Hey, who are you? You don't belong here. Leave, or I'll make you leave.
Here we go. Fight! Come on, Lucario, let's do this! Ooh, nice. Woo! Already using extreme speed to get in close hits. Aura Sphere! Nice. Ooh! Nice. Oop. And nice use of Bone Rush. Dragon Pulse. And considering Diamond Sword's like leaves, grass type moves wouldn't work well against a steel type, I think. Nice.
Don't bother getting up. Diamond Storm.
Shit. Ooh!
Are you
Bonus.
kidding me?
Ooh! Ooh! Damn! Ooh! Oh! Through the neck! Oh, God!
Well, this version
Nice.
of the Fox and the Hound ended up with a not-so-happy ending.
Guilmon.
Not without an extremely close battle, though. Lucario held a lot of advantages throughout the fight, but so did Renamon. While both combatants could move faster than Eyesight, Renamon did so far more consistently, whereas Lucario could only reach those speeds in short bursts.
With
No
extreme
big deal,
speed.
though. Lucario wasn't totally outpaced, so his aura let him sense and predict Renamon's moves to make up for the lower speed.
Especially since Lucario's much wider arsenal helped it adapt as the fight went on, unlike Renamon's limited options.
And while their durability was pretty similar, Lucario was the only one with self-healing and stat-boosting abilities. But most of all, Lucario was way more powerful.
Lucario broke these metal claws with a Bone Rush attack. They were likely made of construction-grade steel, which means in order to fracture it, Lucario must have hit with a force of at least 56,000 pounds per square inch. Comparing this to Renamon's 6,000 psi for breaking an ice wall paints a very clear difference.
And as a glass cannon, it's unlikely Renamon could have dragged the fight out until Lucario became overexerted.
Ultimately, it was a well-matched battle, but Lucario's superior strength and arsenal gave a much-needed edge.
Yeah.
Renamon got Lucario.
But man,
The winner
that was as
is
deadly as the
Lucario.
big spoon from Shadow vs. Mewtwo.
Hey, don't go away. We're about to reveal the fighters for the next episode.
Okay.
Want to see behind-the-scenes commentary on this one? Then just click that box and sign up for a first membership.
Okay, so next time on Death Battle, Balrog versus TJ Combo. It's a boxer death battle next time. Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna be a tough one to choose. I thought it would have been Steve Fox, another Street Fighter Tekken death battle. That would have been fun. Anyways, yeah, this was a fun death battle. I really like this. But again, this was a very close one to call on the victor here. I thought it would be Renamon again, but given the close analysis, and even said that it was like an extremely close match, Lucario on his natural moveset did have much better stat boosts and self-healing to prolong the battle if necessary. So other than that, this was a very fun death battle. I like this. It sucks that Renamon died in this battle because I'm more of a Digimon fan than I'm a Pokemon fan, but heck, this was fun. Liked it. Nice animation this time. A little short, but sometimes battles like these where even though you got so much information, there's not much you can do with prolong the battle. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos. And if you like this video, please leave a comment in the comment section down below. So with that said, this has been your Minion of the East. And until next time, everyone, take care.